We need to speak about Lucid Motors again. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we have to speak about what happened with Lucid Motors on Friday, because it was honestly some of the most insane price action I have ever seen in the market, full stop. So in case you're not aware of what's going on whatsoever, okay, there's a company called Lucid Motors out there, essentially, potentially a Tesla competitor, a very well-known EV brand. They're a luxury EV maker, and they are currently rumored to be going public via a SPAC that is CCIV. One thing that you need to be aware of is that that's all it is right now. It is just pure rumors. There is no confirmation. We have potential inside sources / leaks, but we have nothing official by either CCIV or by Lucid Motors whatsoever. And Friday was insane, guys. I genuinely have never seen anything like it. I'm going to show you guys some of the 5-minute candles that we were given on Friday. The price action was disgusting, and it would lead us to believe that some big players know what's going on, and also that there is some market movers and market manipulators involved. So today we're going to be speaking about a name that's probably going to be very familiar to all Lucid Motors / CCIV investors right now, Alex Cutler on Twitter, okay? This guy essentially came out with an inside source that said Lucid Motors will be holding a company-wide meeting / conference call today at 11 AM Pacific. Now, this was actually on Friday, so obviously it's all over and done with. The inside source states that they only hold these meetings for big announcements. Then if you go over the pitch book and have a look at the Lucid Motors overview, it says the latest deal type is a reverse merger that is upcoming. And if you're not aware, a reverse merger means going public via a SPAC. There are other ways of doing it, of course, but yeah. Then you can see all of their Q1 calls here, and you can see that they pretty much get everything correct, and they announced this January 11th. Jim Cramer also came on and said that Lucid Motors is one of the good ones. Now, if you follow Jim Cramer for a while, you know that he's not exactly the biggest EV fan, and for him to be saying this about Lucid Motors before they even have a letter of intent with CCIV that we're aware of, it's quite big. And then last but not least, we have to speak about the absolute insanity that was price action on Friday. So my friends, right before we do get into the video, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? You guys have been smashing the support on these videos. Drop me a comment down below. How many shares do you have and at what price? I got 500 shares in at 12.86. We got in nice and early, to be fair. And please, my friend, if you aren't new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. Also, if you are interested, my friends, hit that first link in the description to sign up to my private Discord group. In there, you get all of my buy and sell alerts. You would have found out when we bought these guys. There was literally a couple hundred of us watching them on Friday together. It was insane. It's a community of nearly 1,500 investors now. There's access to over 50 private channels. It's an awesome community. And if you want 4 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description, my friends. You just got to sign up, deposit $100. 2 of those stocks are valued up to $3,700 each. So I mean, that's some nice potential free money right there. So I think just to set the scene a little bit, we'll have a look at the price action, because up until Friday, we had set these trend lines and we had respected them very, very nicely. So there was a clear upward trend. We had an area of support, and then we had an after hours area of support as well. So you can see that Friday we came down, we tested our area of support, and we respected it beautifully. So this is at 16.63. We made intraday highs of $21 a share. After that, they came all the way back down to nearly exactly 16.63. So I mean, that sounds absolutely crazy in itself. Now I am showing you 5-minute candles. In 5 minutes, we went from 1998 all the way down to 1787. We came back up very quickly. 5 minutes later, okay, we went from 1861 down to 1658, pretty much exactly where that area of support was. We went back up, we flew back up, went back above the support, went back up into the trend lines, and then boom, only a matter of maybe an hour later they came and nearly tested that area of support again. Guys, this is not normal. In 15 minutes they went from $20 a share all the way down to 1663. If you were watching this live, it was insane. You ever see like the gifs of the candles going up and up and up every second? That's what happened here, except they were going down and down and down. The price action was insane. Now, these big moves to me looked just like a stop hunt. It was clear as day. We had 2 areas of support, okay? Look, we touched off one, we took some people's money. They went back up. It was a bull trap. They got people excited to buy back in, and they brought it all the way back down to the next area of support very briefly before bringing it back up. Then there was a second bull trap, because as it went back up, look, they went and took out all of those stop losses again. It was insane. Anybody who had stop losses, anybody who had 10% trailing stop losses, whatever it was, they got stopped out by the big money and they bought your shares back extra cheap and closed it out right on our area of support, right around $18 a share. Now, a lot of this excitement and volatility came from Alex Cutler on Twitter. So there was no official announcement of a company meeting. We don't know if this even happened, but a man by the name of Alex Cutler said from an inside source that they had a meeting on Friday. The company got halted up and halted down within an hour and a half on the same day. That is essentially unheard of. Then he came out and said that via his source, the meeting was about going public. He said here they plan to go public by April so that they can start distributing vehicles by June. Now, if they want to go public by April, they can't really take a traditional IPO route. That takes a considerable period of time. That's the whole reason that companies go public via a SPAC a lot of the time, is because it's quicker, so they get to get their capital quicker. You know, whatever it is they need that money for, they can get there quicker. So the fact that they say they plan to go public by April would lead you to believe that it may well be through a reverse merger with a SPAC such as CCIV. And keep in mind, guys, that generally it gets announced that the merger is happening at least a few months before it actually happens. It's not the day before. So the fact it says they plan to go public by April doesn't mean that we're going to have to wait until March or April to get the announcement. It should be happening literally any day now if this is to be true. That's the big thing. It's if it is to be true. Right now, the only real source we have is a guy on Twitter with a potential inside source. Now, Jim Cramer on Mad Money also said that Lucid Motors is one of the good ones. He sounded very bullish in regards to Lucid Motors. And I mean, I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on Jim Cramer, but if you're following him for a while, you'll know that he's not exactly the biggest advocate of a lot of these EV SPACs in particular. A lot of the time he does come around, but to see him speaking highly of Lucid Motors before we even have a letter of intent would fill a lot of retail guys with confidence. Then if you come over to this website called PitchBook, okay, there's a Lucid Motors overview. It's private right now, and the latest deal type they have on here is a reverse merger that is upcoming. And again, a reverse merger generally means going public via a SPAC. And then they have this PitchBook Q1 2020 analyst note right here, and you can see all of these different SPACs, all of their announcement dates. And if you scroll down, you're going to see Lucid Motors merging with CCIV, and the announcement date was said to be January 11th 2021. So this is just yet another piece of, let's be honest, circumstantial evidence that is leading people to believe that this merger is likely to become true. But that's all we have at this stage. We just have an awful lot of circumstantial evidence. In my opinion, it's too much for there to not be at least some degree of truth to it. We know for a fact that CCIV and Lucid Motors were talking. Now, that doesn't mean there's any guarantees by any means whatsoever, my friends, but we know they were talking. We know there's a board member on both. We see Jim Cramer is bullish. We saw heavy market manipulation on Friday. I mean, extraordinarily heavy market manipulation. We now see PitchBook saying that they went public January 11th. We saw Bloomberg was one of the companies who initially published this, and they have a 90+% hit rate when it comes to these SPAC rumors. And I think it's fair to say that if this ends up being true, this stock is going to the moon. I want you guys to realize we don't have a letter of intent yet, okay? We don't know for a fact these companies are merging, and they already made recent highs of $21. Only, what, 3 or 4 days after we found out about the rumors. If a company can hit $21 completely and utterly off rumors, what do you think is going to happen when it's actually announced? I said this a few days ago. I could see this company hitting $35 to $50 very, very quickly. I think the odds of a $40+ hit here within a day, maybe 2 days of a merger announcement are extremely high. Now, the thing is, when I initially got in, they were $12.86 a share. So my risk is really low. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not. Even absolute worst case scenario, the merger falls through and everybody sells their shares. The most I could possibly lose is about $1,000, and I wouldn't even let it get to that stage. It is a little bit more risky now. Obviously, if you're going to buy in at $18.50, who knows what these guys are going to open at market on Tuesday. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of a gap up. There's obviously considerably more risk. If you buy them at $20 a share, there is a real possibility they go all the way back down to $10 a share. That's why you got to get in on these nice and early though, baby. I'm still getting people asking me if I plan on trimming now or if I trimmed anything when we hit $20, $21, because obviously we were up quite a bit. And the simple answer is no. I just think the risk reward ratio here is too nice. I could not sell these guys without hearing something about the merger. And again, if this goes through, I genuinely think we're looking at a $40+ stock within a couple of days of that announcement. So I'm going to be willing to hold my 500 shares at those sort of prospects, my friends. But guys, that's what I really wanted to cover. I mean, I hope a lot of you guys had a good Friday. I know in the Discord it was absolutely insane. I hope for Alex Cutler's sake that his inside source is reliable. And hopefully PitchBook has it right and Bloomberg has it right. And hopefully the market movers are manipulating the market because they believe this is going, similar to me, $40 to $50 a share. But anyway, my friends, that was my update on Lucid Motors. It's just getting more and more exciting by the day. Again, if you have too much money on the table, I said this in my last video, run away with some of your profits. I mean, nobody's going to judge you for that. Just because I'm not doing it and a lot of other people aren't doing it doesn't mean that you can't. But I have no interest in taking money off the table, not even when I was up over 60%. I think we're going to be up a couple 100% very quickly here with the announcement. But anyway, my friends, if you watch this video all the way till the end, you are a true legend and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. If you did enjoy the video, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, drop me a comment down below, and please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here. And again, if you are interested in joining that private Discord group, that's the first link in the description, baby. Access to all of my buy and sell alerts. We now have a chat for this company, and when I tell you there was a couple hundred of us watching this on Friday together, it was insane. I shot those free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description. Anyway guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace.